It's gonna, yeah, okay, so he's through it. So that's. Oh, we may have to, we may have to. That's. Why do you microphone have you? Us. So I can turn off the YouTube microphone. Is that the way?
I thought you just had to close browser once you open the Zoom. But maybe I'm remembering wrong. See how you have Zoom and the browser open?
So just put it up. That's YouTube. Isn't it?
It's still. Oh, okay. No, I was looking at the icon down on the bottom.
Now, is it actually live streaming? Yes, it is. Yes. Okay.
Is the owl going?
Yes.
I heard it go hoo hoo.
Okay.
Well, that was a.
Close the browser.
On the fifth.
Just close your browser.
Yeah. You're gonna help me on the fifth.
There you go. Does it look like everything's working?
Doesn't usually have a picture up there,
Yeah, so
if the owl's working.
Meow should do it.
I think the camera might be off. I see a red line going across it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Down on the bottom. There you go. Good eye then. There you go.
I ate my
Good eye,
carrots.
girl.
So Don practiced that tonight so that on the fifth, when I'm calling in remotely, she'll be here to set that and do that.
Okay, I'll be helping however I can.
Okay. Thank you.
So we should be all set for the meeting to order.
Mhm.
6:08, 6:09.
We need to change you guys' names because we have Dan, Diane, Dawn. So. You sit out in front of you the February 15th meeting minutes, which are the ones we did not approve last time.
January?
Yep. That I said that, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
January 15th.
I don't know, there's a section that says, about the solar ordinance. Didn't we actually vote to not
At the next
put that
one,
in?
I put that in the next
Oh,
week's
okay.
meeting minutes after that.
I remember one of the meetings.
Well, it's a decision to resubmit without appeals hardship language.
Okay.
That's in there, yeah.
That's everything else okay.
Move to accept
Second it.
January 15th.
All in favor.
You also have February 5th in your file.
Yes.
How was the workshop?
Good. It's a very interesting young woman who is a consultant for grant writing. She has an interesting background. She kind of got into this like sideways, through a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But she had some interesting, she has some good templates for a few things.
Oh,
I
great.
kept all the templates and
Great.
we didn't get her presentation yet, but I screenshotted a few things that I thought were important.
Yeah, good.
I got a file now.
So are they doing they're doing the writing again on the 29th? 2/29?
Oh my gosh, 219, let's say 219, 19. I fixed the one in that meeting notes.
And then down here in the Robin name and.
And thank you. Been wearing this brace on my hand all day and I just feel I can't type with it, but so they gave you a soft little thing for this finger. I can type with that, but not accurately.
Okay, that's okay.
Move to accept February 5th.
Second, all in favor?
With. Cool, I would be first, so Kathy. So under today, we didn't really have anything in the permit log. I think we're not doing any more updating at the moment, so we get everything else moving along. The public hearing protocol, and somebody asked me last week what goes on at a public hearing. So I thought, let me just write up a public hearing protocol. You have that in the stack there. And this is a copy of what went into the newspaper for our town meeting notices. So I did that, I sent it straight to the newspaper and copied Kathy. I did get a note back saying, hey, I'll be the one who puts that in the paper next time. Don't do that yourself. So just FYI.
So the process is to send it to Kathy with the language that we want in the newspaper, and then she'll take care of it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
So there's gonna be two that we're gonna review at the next meeting. I will have to find that link online and sign in on the Zoom, so I'll be on the Zoom meeting next week, or on the 5th.
Okay,
On the 5th. Cause I'll be in California and that's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's still my work day, so I'll have to be,
it's really hard when you're out there.
it'll be tight.
Yeah, because you forget about the time change. I've done it.
Well, I've learned how to adjust my calendar so that it automatically shifts.
Yeah.
But I make notes, like I'll write in there, 6 PM, Eastern Standard Time, 3 PM, California time, so I know I'm in the right place at the right time. But getting to a quiet place with good Wi-Fi
Mhm.
will be a challenge, but we'll make it work. So, determine in advance who's gonna lead. And who might be taking notes in the room, like, I mean, if I'm online, I'll try to take notes from what I'm hearing, but it's not, you can't always hear what
I'll
people
take notes.
in the audience are saying.
Yeah.
And it's just important for people to be heard.
I
Right?
agree.
Right.
We don't make any
Yeah.
decisions at a public hearing. We don't promise to make any changes in the ordinance at a public hearing. We just listen and answer questions. But somebody who has to be in charge, which means you have to elect officers, that'll be next, that's on our list.
So when you say people have to be heard, so when taking the notes, write the person's name down if you don't get it, or we'll just double and then put what they say.
I think you have to capture the gist of the comments.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
The sentiments.
But you need the.
I don't know,
There's the.
I left you guys a sign-in sheet there already pre-made up for the public hearing.
Okay.
So on that night, that sign-in sheet has to go over on the door, you have to remind people to sign in, because that becomes a
Matter of record.
a record, a part of our minutes, so don't lose that sheet,
Okay.
please, I won't be. Take a picture of it or something, so put that out. Kathy, I'd asked her to print out 10 copies of each of the 2 ordinances, both the clean copy and the marked up copy.
Okay.
So that's what that stack of papers is, we can just sit them on the shelf and hold them until that meeting. But those are all done for this public hearing.
Perfect.
So you're all set. usually we try to read the behavior statement from the bulletin board, which. One of those things up there,
Yeah.
I think the one in the middle. Did you remember that right here?
Yeah.
It was, but I think it's all the bulletins. I mean, we don't usually, we rarely have people who are
Yeah.
raucous and out of line, but you
Yeah.
never know.
Right.
So it's never a bad reminder, so we just remind people.
Yep.
Should we just make a copy of it, or does that copy machine? have it?
Yeah, it works, it does. I think usually you wanna let them know, hey, we're gonna talk about whichever one, sewer ordinance first. And I think you wanna give them reasons for why we're updating. The sewer ordinance, the only copy we could find did not have all the signatures and dates on it of the last time we were processed.
Right.
And it had some typos, it had a bunch of other stuff in it that wasn't quite up to date. Right, so I think these are the key points that we talked about with the select board. Where we said this is why we're promoting the changes to the sewer ordinance.
Right.
Right, we updated the amount of horsepower that's allowed in garbage disposal. We completed some blank spots that were left in the previous version. We took out specific fees and billing schedule, made reference to town fees and billing set by the select board. We defined the superintendent to be a person or entity that is operating the sewer plant on behalf of the select board. We updated formatting to be with everything else, and we added dates and signatures that were missing from prior copies.
And those there are for them to take. The
Yeah.
public to take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's probably good if whoever's taking notes has, at least some of you have those, and I'd read through it again too, because people will say things like, well, under section 14, part A, what do you mean by this, right? So they sometimes will go into detail on specific
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
And you can say, I don't know what they intended when they wrote that, or what do you think it should mean? And tell us what you think about it, which I think is a good facilitation.
Yep.
Tool. You
Yeah.
don't necessarily have to justify anything. If people are attacking, you just parody back. So you think this shouldn't be that way? What do you think it should be? Or why do you think that? Or whatever. Right, so you're facilitating that conversation.
Right.
When you determine that the conversation is kind of exhausted on the sewer ordinance, you move over to the planning board one. Go through the same thing. Really, the only things that we added in the planning board, which are marked up on there, is the language that accommodates an alternate position.
Mhm.
And we cleaned up some formatting. To me, that was not a big change either, but
Well, we'll see. He wants to talk about sewers in the planning board. These 2 weeks.
sometimes we get 20 people showing up, sometimes we get 0 people. Just never know. So,
Great, thanks for putting this together.
Depends on.
Very helpful.
right.
Do you need a pen or anything? Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I did send a letter today and copied you all to Erica Buffkin from AFCOG, who's supposed to be updating our transportation chapter. Over to Krista Chappelle from the Maine Farmland Trust. She had sent us a bunch of links to agricultural chapters in other towns, which I've not looked at yet, but I'll try to look
Well,
at.
I could do that myself. I know how to find those.
Okay. So,
No, I thought we were.
were you writing that
expected-
chapter?
I guess I expected more. I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh,
I did that on other chapters already, you know,
okay.
off of MMA.
Well, Krista Chappelle emailed us and sent us links to several other towns' agricultural chapters.
Yeah.
So I was hoping before our next meeting, maybe we could look through that, and for our next work session on Wednesday, we could
On Wednesday.
take a look through that. And Greg Leclerc. We have the habitat, working with habitat maps. Eric has sent those in a PDF file. I've been downloading them into one file. I'm gonna add them to the thing.
Okay.
So they'll be there. And I've got on my list of things to do this weekend is finish your maps. I've not forgotten you. I just need time to do it. I invited all of them for our next work session. But I kind of said in that note, hey, here's where we are. We're working on our inventory for this, and this. We haven't got to the agricultural thing yet. We haven't got to these other sections. If you want to show up in person on Wednesday, we'd love to have you, chat with you. If you want to wait till another month and see where we are and offer some other different kinds of feedback, that's up to you. But they've been invited to participate.
That's great.
And I'm gonna have housing done by next week, and I forget what else I need to be working on.
I went over the one that the population's very good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
How are yours coming, John?
good. I put all the points up above and I just gotta reread it and somebody else has gotta read it.
Well, I'm thinking that even if we have like 4 or 5 of these, what we think is like done, right? Let's put them all in one packet and go through them, because then you wanna look for flow and consistency and
Exactly,
that kind of stuff.
exactly. That is more team authoring than individual authoring. Like, how do we
Oh,
make
yeah,
these
absolutely.
kind of sound, look the same?
Well, in the note that I sent to the outside advisors, I said, hey, probably by the end of March, maybe early April, we'll be turning the corner into we have the inventories pretty well
Right.
done. We'll be starting to say, so what? Now that we know all this
Right.
background about our town,
Yeah,
what are we gonna do about it? What do we think we need? How do we start to get a very big, high level strategy? And then and then maybe even if we have that, then we can schedule a public work session and invite the whole town. And maybe we do a survey
Yep,
and say, hey, these are strategic priorities that have come out of the work on the comp plan so far. Have them rate them as important, or whatever you decide we want to do. We can do that and have that.
would you just mail the survey to them?
We can do it.
yeah, no, I'd like to, I don't know if Kathy already has this, but I'd like to start getting a database of emails for town residents. So we could send things out that way, you can categorize.
Yeah.
Constituent, business owner, and another suggestion that was given to me was a survey for the farmers
Mm-hmm.
around here, so. If we could do emails, that if we had everyone's email, then you could do simple tools like, I don't know if we still have Survey Monkey out there, but something like that.
It is out
Where-
there. There's a 2
I
other
love Survey
platforms.
Monkey.
There's 2 other
I'm a big fan.
There's 2
So
other.
if you have a database of email addresses for folks, then you can get surveys out. And I think we could also leave paper ones here in the office for people to fill out.
If the town sends out the crier, so they have everybody's
Yeah.
mailing address, you could, what I've done in the past with something like that is, either put the survey right in that town crier,
Also a good
or
idea.
you just put the link in and say, hey,
Great,
here's
perfect.
the survey.
Well, I really want, though, it to be folks from the town,
Right,
right?
well, you can look at those IP addresses and get those, I mean, I
Sure.
don't know if you can do that on Survey Monkey or not. I know, but.
You mean you can get the residents' emails?
I believe you can also get the IP address of the computer they took it from, like when I do those surveys all the time, you don't want duplicates, right? You don't
Mhm.
want some person filling out that survey 10 times.
You're
Right.
We remove
Right.
duplicate IP addresses.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But we've always,
There's a bunch of ways you could get surveys out and then, just have a time limit.
I think
When
the
it needs to be
the
done.
way, the best way to do it is the quickest way for the residents. Or the easiest way for the residents to answer.
well, people
Or,
could do it on their phone with these surveys. You can put a
Yeah.
QR code on
Yeah.
that, like I've done postcards. I did a huge California
Right.
farmer survey and I made just a simple postcard, but it
With
had
a
this
QR.
giant cow's face on the front that's like,
Okay.
are you moving on your survey?
That's funny.
And on the back it had the link and blah, blah, blah. It was cheap, dirt cheap. To
Yeah.
make the postcards and send them, and we had bulk mailing through the town. I mean, we could do the postcards in bulk.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
good.
that's a great idea.
Yeah,
It was quick
That's a
and
great
it caught people's attention. Cause not everybody reads the crier. But you could also put them at the post office or at the Big Apple, or
That's true.
you can
Right.
encourage
Very
people
true.
to
Mhm.
take them anywhere, go to a school. But put them in the town office and leave it out there for a chunk of time.
Yeah, wherever they.
Well, just let me know what I can do
Okay.
to help you on that.
To
This-
offer the working session.
Yeah, Mr. Craig and I have a bunch of discounts. They send me stuff every week.
Oh,
I
great.
feel like more postcards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're cool. What else is on the plan? Anyway, you should check your email if you haven't seen that email that went out to everybody here, plus Erica and Krista and Greg. When did you work, or can you make it to a 4 o'clock meeting? I didn't know.
I was intending on coming Monday nights. But I was in Auburn for like half of the day. And by the time I got back into town, I was pooped.
That's fine. Somebody just said, does she work and can't make a 4 o'clock? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't.
I work from home.
Okay. What do you do? Can we ask?
Online, I'm into two different businesses.
Okay, cool. All right, um. Since Tom resigned, we do have to elect all new, we have to elect the board chair, a what's the word, vice chair.
Okay, not to interrupt you, but am I looking for the email for Krista? You and Krista?
It should just say comp plan meeting. 325 or 225 or something like that.
I got it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna nominate Daniel as chair.
I second.
All in
Yep.
You accept that?
Easy.
favor?
And I'm gonna nominate Rob as vice chair.
Oh,
I
Is that
second.
okay?
mhm,
Okay.
I second. All in favor?
thank you.
Can I still be secretary?
Yes,
Yes,
I second it.
I heard it.
Yeah, please and thank you.
Yes, 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 yes.
All in favor?
Absolutely.
Hear that business?
So the discussion is also, do you know of anybody who would be another alternate? It's always good to have a backup. You might see if Brad would be willing to take on that role, because we don't have to be there all the time. I don't know, it's been a year, 9 months, 6 months
Might be ready to,
since he got off. He's very good,
yeah, he's very good.
a young attorney, local.
Yeah. Cool.
Um. But it had a new baby. That was the. Yeah. So I guess we don't have to have an alternate right this second, but it'd be great to kind of keep that in mind, and if you think of somebody. If they're the guy that's been showing up, he came to a couple of our meetings,
Yeah,
I don't remember his name, he was in one of the notes
Oh,
as.
he's in the budget committee.
Public.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve. Yeah, I just saw him in Hanford yesterday.
Yeah, I think he
If you
can't
see
be
him
on the
again,
plan to
tell
be
him
in the
he
budget
got-
committee.
Oh,
an
I
alternate position.
I did.
You did.
I did.
I could ask Kathy what his name is, because she would have it from the budget committee.
I'm thinking it's Steve.
I know his last name and email.
Still?
How to reach him and stuff.
Awesome.
I meant to print you out the budget from last year, it's the budget committee's meeting, we don't have a. Agenda yet of when, usually we get a night that we're assigned, that we have to come and present the planning board budget. But let me find it and I'll get it on the screen.
Who's on the budget committee?
I am.
Good for you. Besides you.
That guy, Steve, and a couple of other people.
Malcolm Ray, is on.
I think so,
He's
yeah.
got the gray beard
And there's another woman, I believe.
Isn't Brian Jordan still on too? For the budget. I have a budget schedule.
Yeah, Malcolm Ray is.
I have the 1920, 2021, Cursor 2020, then the board budget 22, 22.
So is there 5 people?
24, 25, 25, 26.
Come on. It's Malcolm, Steve, me, and Karen.
Yeah.
Karen Kilworth.
Who is it?
Kilworth.
Any relation to Scott? Jackie?
Cousins.
Okay.
Oops.
Really big columns and rows. There you go.
All right, so. This is what we had proposed last year, and I'm trying to remember what we actually got approved. If there's a town meeting warrant, book, your town book up in that shelf, it'll tell you what it's actually. I will ask Kathy for, I meant to ask her for that today, an update of how much we've spent against our budget for this year. I'll try to get that from her tomorrow and then see if I can send you guys an out.
You want the 2025?
Yes.
Mhm.
Because in there is the warrant to approve our ballots. Mr. Meinberger is gonna be 101 this year.
Oh, wow.
He's so cool.
You still doing good?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh. Let's see.
He's our oldest resident, right?
He is. General government. Protection Animal Control Plan Board. So we were approved for $4,620.
Well, up there it says budget passed $470.
That was 24-25. Did that work on? Right, so that was approved for 24-25, which was last year. The passed for 4670.
Oh,
We went to the budget committee and just said, I think we just round that up to 500 because we never had 5 full members.
Mhm.
Right? And they said, nope, if you not get $5,000, we'll give you $4,620.
$20.
Fine. So. If I'm gonna update this, I would say this is our new budget for 28. 6.7. Approved for 20. Something approved on that, I would say this, but it's 466, 420, right?
See that?
Phone. Yeah, yeah, I don't know what that is, not my phone.
So if we actually have all 5 people, the chair.
And there's an alternate too.
Well. Well, that's gonna be, if we're paying the alternate. Then that's how much we have. We budgeted $730 for office supplies, which we never really use that much. We almost never use our mileage reimbursement. But we could, and we used to go to training in person, like now we just, everybody does it online, nobody drives anywhere, so.
But
I wouldn't mind doing more training next year,
doing what?
We're training,
doing some more training, so if you wanna
I go
you
in
know,
person, 'cause I work up
up
that
the
way.
training and
Easy for
down the
me.
mileage or. Down the office supplies, so we're not asking for too much,
well, so let's drop mileage to 100.
yeah,
Um,
I don't think I'd ask for it
office
anyway.
meeting supplies, maybe.
Drop to 500, yeah.
Training in 250, maybe actually office meeting supplies would probably be better. Now. At one point, I think we rented the. Historical Society for one of these public hearings because it has more space, and if we're gonna hold like a meeting, a brainstorming meeting and actually hope to get. More people than can fit in this room, out
Yeah.
there, we might wanna do that, I think we did pay them because, they're a nonprofit.
Mhm.
We're trying to help out, I think it was like. This 75, I think, or 60, they got room. We haven't put that many notices in the paper, and those are only. Like, that's about 3 notices. Which I think public hearings are the only thing you have to publicize in the paper, I think for those 2 notices. I think that was $60. But that little tiny notice right there, that big, $60.
Wow.
Yeah, well, based on the number of words, how
Mhm.
many spaces you make up, and I think it is $60. But we don't do that very often. And it might be less if we're, I don't know, when else we'll be doing it, if this is 4 ordinances here. The next public hearing would probably be on the comp plan.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, so that would only be one more.
One more.
And that would be, if we do it before June, that would be this fiscal year. We
Yeah,
do it
right.
after July.
So
1st.
so how much have you used in this year's budget for that?
I don't know, but I'll find out.
Oh.
So this is at 5,120. So our request for next year would be maybe 5,200.
Yeah.
Are we okay with something like that?
Looks capable. Worst they can do is say no and we'll have to rework it.
Yeah. Well, I think we can make a case for the fact that we have full members plus an alternate. And
Which is a good idea to have an alternate.
okay. Pass that along.
Which would be kind of hurting right now if we didn't have an alternate. You have to be a
Yeah.
full person one.
Well, we were 3 for about 5 years, so.
Yeah.
Everybody just had to show up all the time.
So you came here sick as a dog, no matter what?
That's right. We dragged your poor sorry body in here and made you vote.
Oh, I hope you brought your bed too.
Okay.
So we can either go back and do some additional work against the comp plan. Or we can be done really early, whatever you guys wanna do.
I'd like to adjourn. Unless you guys wanna work on conflict.
Oh, okay. You said you're still gonna be working on the map, what's town owned and everything, yeah.
Yes.
My only idea was on that was to probably somehow connect the things in town that might interest people, like a walking trail or something. Something that would interest people to grab them, you know? And that's why I wanted to see what the town owned around, see if we can link them in any way, you know?
I think it'll be helpful for the future land use
Oh, absolutely.
document that we
Yeah, just to
have, for
see
the
it.
recreational document that we have.
Yeah.
I think we could use it, maybe,
Like land.
the first we gotta see, right?
How are you gonna use something that you don't know?
Right.
It is available, so, yeah, okay. So,
Yeah.
motion to adjourn,
Second it.
all in favor?
Mm.
All right.
So the next-
Hmm.
Well, we're gonna close this out.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
just
just
a
go and close the Zoom.
I can do that.
We still need.
Should I write that down?
to-
Or is it very easy?
On fire. Okay.
And Sean. For. Yeah,
Up to me.
yeah, and I'm waiting. To find out who the new sewer guy is.